9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
It's Wednesday. And you know what that means? It is Timeless Elite Wednesday, but winter is coming. Shout out to the Bengals for making the cover. Originally done by Paul Simon. It's a hazy shade of winter. And we are kicking off with the ladies, the babes of wrath, against the timeless love bombs. We conclude the AEW Women's Tag Team Titles Tournament. I'm very excited. And this is very surprisingly, the ladies are kicking off, which I love. And I always love it when they either kick it off or end it. And it's not in the dreaded 9:30 spot. But here we are. Obviously, of course, we do have some Continental Classic action happening in the Gold League. We have Kyle Fletcher taking on Speedball Mike Bailey. Speedball Mike Bailey does not have any points. Kyle Fletcher is leading the Gold League. We also do have another match. As I mentioned, Darby Allin, unfortunately, because of his injuries, he had to withdraw from the Continental Classic. But Jungle Jack Perry stepping in. He's facing off against Okada. We're also going to hear from the TNT champion, Mark Briscoe, because he has a match this weekend against Daniel Garcia for the TNT title. But here we go. I have to adjust things. The ladies are on. It is the finals for the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions, the Timeless Love Bombs taking on the Babes of Wrath. And I hope they give them appropriate airtime. Like, if you can do this with the guys, and I know for the Continental Classic, it's 20 minutes, but we shall see. I just hope they have a good match. It's physical. It gets the crowd on their feet. And plus, it's in hot Atlanta, by the way. And shout outs to you, Boza. Boza, sad can try. Because tonight I am the Timeless Elite Ice Queen. Because I will be blowing up winter hot air. Because winter is coming tonight. Throughout the whole night. And Harley Cameron showing she can be a little bit spunky and fiery for once. And I like it. That's the Aussie girl in her. That's the Aussie girl in her. So I'm very happy. And yeah, Boza, I thought so too. It was either going to be this or Eddie versus Samoa Joe. But I don't think they would kick off with it. I mean, if they wanted to, they could start off with Samoa Joe and Eddie Kingston. But I think something is bound to happen during that match because there's a lot of physicality. But here's Willow Nightingale and Toni Storm, former TBS champion, former AEW Women's Champion, and Tony's doing her antics on what she does best. But don't underestimate Willow Nightingale. That's Kane's favorite because he has this mini Willow with him because you saw it in WWT. So I know he's on the edge of his seat rooting for his lady, Willow Nightingale. And I love Willow too. I love her. And Tony Khan said she's a breakout star for 2026. Be your word. Be your word, Tony. But also feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got winning this. Oh my goodness. What's Harley doing? It's like both of these ladies really, it's pretty much who wants it more. And the question is, not only whoever team's going to win, which women's tag team are they going to face as their first challengers? This will be very interesting to watch. And it's hard because I love all these ladies. Cannonball by Willow Nightingale. Cannonball. Even Bryan Danielson is showing a little love to the babes of Wrath. And I do love their matching outfits too, by the way. And that is true. They did pick up a shockingly victory against Mercedes Moné and Athena, the babes of Wrath, in one of the early rounds. Oh, Mina. Backbreaker by Toni Storm. Tag is made to Mina Shirokana. Ooh, nice suplex. Tag is made to Toni Storm. We have an Aussie versus Aussie. Toni Storm and Harley Cameron. Tag is made to Mina. They're really showing some good offense. They are really showing some offense with each other. Kick out is made to Harley. All right. Ooh. Nice move by Harley. Tag is made to Willow. I just hope they have a good at least 15, 20-minute match, because all four of these ladies deserve to have the spotlight on it. All four of them. Because even though Toni Storm is way over, along with Mina Shirokana, because now people are starting to love Mina. You can't forget about Willow Nightingale, because the fans love her. Anytime her music comes out, it's like the fans go crazy. And she's been putting in the work. That's why she's the babe with a powerbomb. Ooh, she put a nasty pounce onto Toni Storm. And we're taking our first picture-in-picture, because I'm watching this from TBS. Our first commercial break in picture-in-picture. Even though it's on commercial, the match is still going live. But Willow Nightingale, she's putting in the work. And I love to see that. So she pounced Toni Storm, and she's taking shots at Mina Shirokana. So, oh my. Get ready to be amazed and dazzled. And like I said, we have a hazy shade of winter. Because winter is coming, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't going to leave you hanging for Timeless Elite Wednesday, because I can try to make it like CEO Wednesdays, but try showing up on Wednesdays. And also with the fact too, you just can't stand defeat, technically. But I am a woman of my word, and shockingly enough, a lot of people like Timeless Elite Wednesdays instead of CEO Wednesdays. I'm just saying. I've never seen anybody that's so obsessed with what's Takeover Day with the facts he does Monday Night Raw, which is the flagship show. Like, honestly, if I was in his shoes, I would have took Monday Night Raw, because that's the flagship show. But anyways, I'm looking in the picture-in-picture. Mina Shirokana and Willow Nightingale. It looks like Willow Nightingale has been on this match attacking poor Mina. The poor thing. But she'll be fine. She will be fine. But like I said, feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got. Feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got winning. Like, who do you have winning being the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions? Do you have the Timeless Love Bombs, which has my lady, the woman that got me into AEW, Timeless Toni Storm and Mina Shirokana? Or do you have the Babes of Wrath? It's very hard to say. But that is very true. I try to look at all different angles within AEW, because there are some things that do make sense, but also I gotta give constructive criticism when needed, because there are times I'm just looking like, what did they do? And usually I have to figure out, like, okay, if I was in their shoes, what would I be doing? It's very tough because, like, I wouldn't be mad with what other lady is going to win. And also, they're showing a commercial for the college football playoff round, and my team, Texas A&M, we play next Saturday against the University of Miami. We are ranked number 7. So bear with me on that. It's really hard to pick. But we're back live with the finals of the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship match. The Babes of Wrath against the Timeless Love Bombs. And also, I'm actually happy Luther's not involved in this match. I'm really happy he is starting to show a lot of trust with Toni Storm because he knows she can do it on her own. We did see Luther last week dressed up as Santa. So I'm happy Luther is not involved in this match. And I'm happy all 4 of these ladies are showing up. Here we go. Tag is made to Harley Cameron. Tag is made to Toni Storm. Here come the Aussies. Drop kick by Toni Storm. See, this is where people underestimate Toni Storm. She has her wits. She always has fun with it. But when she's in the ring and when she does her dangerous moves, she can be very violent. She can be very dangerous. And she can be very aggressive. But I think that's what Toni Storm loves. She thrives over competition. She loves it when the women have physicalities. That's what she lives off. She lives, breathes, sleeps, wrestling. You can't go wrong with that. And also, we'll talk about this after the match too, but her hubby, Mr. Juice Robinson's getting some airtime as well. But we'll talk about Juice a little bit later on because interesting. Him and Austin Gunn going for FTR. But here's Mina Sharkana put on the figure 4. Harley. I'm not going to lie. I do like the matching outfits of Harley and Willow. It just makes sense. I'm very curious if they win because I know Harley, she's friends with Chris Statlander. Very interesting on how this dynamic's going to be. Tony, I just love it. These ladies are just taking part. Oh, double figure four leg lock. Oh, it's like a slap fest between Willow and Tony, and a pretty much a punching fest between Harley and Mina. Oh my goodness. All 4 of these ladies are giving it their all. I'm actually happy they're starting off early. I mean, I would love to see the ladies main event. Oh, and a little bit of programming. Oh, double headbutt by Tony and Willow. And double clothesline by Mina and Harley. All 4 of these ladies! And as they should be getting a standing ovation. As they should. And I love seeing this. But programming alert, because we know this Saturday is Saturday night's main event. AEW Collision Winter is Coming will be on at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on TNT. So right before you watch Saturday night's main event, make sure to watch Collision. We already know it's going to be Swerve Strickland taking on Josh Alexander. We know Jamie Hayter and Chris Statlander are teaming up to take on the Sisters of Sin. And we also know Mark Briscoe will be taking on Daniel Garcia for the TNT Championship. And I'm sure after tonight's Dynamite, we'll probably find out who's going to be facing what in the Continental Classic. So just a quick FYI. Ooh, nice move by Mina. Tony. Storm Zero. Willow came in. Oh my goodness. Tony and... All right, nice suplex by Willow onto Toni Storm. Look at Willow's face. I'm pretty sure the spirit of Kane is somewhere rooting for Willow, but Harley and Mina are taking blows with each other. It's kind of crazy. They were on the same team at Blood and Guts a couple weeks ago. And here we are. Oh, that was a punch. Oh my God, the back fist. Oh yeah, Excalibur. Oh, Harley. Oh my goodness. Tag is made to Willow. Is she going? The Babe with a powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. And your winners, actually inaugural AEW Women's Tag Teams, is the Babes of Wrath. Congratulations to Willow and Harley Cameron. So proud of it. Oh, Dylan. Oh, our producer for the future, Dylan. Listen, I love Toni Storm and I love Mina, but I was happy either way because all 4 of these ladies deserve it. I'm so proud of both of them. They are the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Congratulations to them. This is one of the reasons why I love women's wrestling, because of stuff like this. But I will say this. It may be a storyline that could be getting involved, because I wouldn't mind the Timeless Love Bombs running back. And, we're hearing from Renee Paquette. Shh. We're going to hear from Miss Renee, because she's in the ring with the Babes of Wrath. Yay! Aw. I wonder how Chris Statlander feels, because I know she's friends with Harley. I'm so proud of him. Now the question is, who's gonna be their first rivalry? That's gonna be the fun part. So there's some gold in the conglomeration. We got Mark Briscoe, the TNT champion. I just love that they got a nice fan following. So now for the conglomeration, they got some more gold. Mark Briscoe is the TNT champion. And the Babes of Wrath are the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Gonna be very interesting on how this is gonna go. So here comes Toni Storm, Mina Shirokana. Uh-oh. What is my lady? Oh, they put out their hands. I think they're gonna run it back again. Because I want to see them in a serious rivalry with a tag team. And this is why I love women's wrestling. And Toni Storm, she's one of the most over people in AEW. She doesn't need another belt. But I know both of these ladies are doing so well, and I'm very, very happy to see. But so congratulations. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, I would think they run it back with the Timeless Love Bombs. It would be fun to see them have a serious rivalry with them, because it's a lot of physical. And Dylan, be nice. Toni will be fine, because after this, they have to fly out to the UK for Winter is Coming and a holiday bash, which is next week. So congratulations again. But we're going to get backstage from the Opps. Powerful words for Samoa Joe. Very interesting ahead of his match against Eddie Kingston tonight. Obviously, of course, Powerhouse and Shibata will be taking on Hangman and Swerve Strickland. But up next, we're continuing the action with the Continental Classic in the Gold League. Kazuchika Okada taking on Jungle Jack Perry. As I mentioned earlier, because of his injuries he sustained, Darby Allin had to withdraw from the Continental Classic. So taking his place is Jungle Boy Jack Perry, which since him and Luchasaurus have been back together, he's been red hot and also one of the richest tag teams. Yeah, exactly. I mean, oh, Dylan, you're being nice. Well, I wouldn't mind it. Well, you're the expert because you lived in Aussie better than I did, but Tony's gonna be fine. And plus, like I said, they're gonna be in Cardiff. They're gonna be in Manchester for a little over a week and a half because they got Winter is Coming this weekend. They got a holiday bash next week. Yep, they did. Boza, you did say that. He did say that because Darby Allin, they're saving him from himself. And he said, if you watch the promo from Collision, that's the first time he's ever experienced being fearful of himself. I don't know where that's going to lead to. It's going to be very interesting because, of course, he still has his issues with the Death Riders, but we're hoping Darby Allin has a speedy recovery. I'm very curious on how this is going to end because if you saw Collision last weekend, my guy, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, got 3 points on the board. Shocker of a win this past weekend. Mascara Dorada beat Claudio Castagnoli to get his first 3 points in the Classic. And then we saw Konosuke Takeshita take on Jon Moxley. I thought Jon was going to win considering they were in Ohio, but Takeshita picked up the win. And in the Blue League right now, it's Claudio and Takeshita. They both have 6. In the Gold League, Kyle Fletcher is leading with 6. So it's one of those things to really think about. But oh, Dylan, I know you wanted the ladies to be put on the main event. I would have loved it too, but I don't know. I mean, hey, it would be a risk if they kicked it off with Samoa Joe and Eddie Kingston. That would have been crazy. That would have been wild. Oh, and we're hearing from Mr. Jon Moxley. Jon needs a vacation after this. Interesting words from the Death Riders. Interesting. I know. I feel like he needs a vacation. I feel like after this, John needs a vacation after this. I know, Boza, he does, but I'm like, Mark Briscoe just won the title. I don't want him to give it up just yet. He just won the freaking title. And also with the fact, too, I was very bummed with the way how they did Daniel Garcia's previous reign as TNT champion. It was kind of like a one note. The matches were there. It was just the storyline purposes. So I think this is going to be something. I think it's really nice he is rivaling with Mark. It makes a lot of sense because you have the conglomeration and the Death Riders, and you can continue that going into there. And hopefully by next year, the conglomeration will be healthy because they'll have Hologram back, they'll have Tomohiro Ishii back, and many other people back. But we have some Continental Classic action happening in the Gold League, as I mentioned. Jungle Boy Jack Perry taking on Kazuchika Okada. And of course, Miss Renee doing her sideline reporting as usual. She's also a friend of the show, by the way. Shout out to Renee Paquette. Oh boy, yeah, we have Okada, and yeah, we got that creep Don Callis. Tony copying UFC. Well, I mean, it's nice that Renee is on the sidelines because, she's doing what she's best. But, I mean, Jack Perry stepping up to the plate, as I mentioned, since he's been back. Him and Luchasaurus have been hot. And also, did I mention they're one of the richest AEW tag team, one of the richest tag teams in AEW right now because they want some money. They want some money, money, money. And I'm looking at everybody's comments because I know everybody's thinking about World's End because it's the final pay-per-view. And also, before I forget, even though WWT will be taking a holiday break soon, I will be doing a watch-along for AEW World's End. You will be getting a watch-along from me next week for Holiday Bash. I'm still trying to figure out because we do have a Christmas Eve edition and a New Year's Eve edition of AEW Dynamite. And I'm trying to go to the taping that Saturday, the weekend of the 20th, for AEW Dynamite for Miracle on 34th Street because it does look fun for those Christmases because I've heard good things and they do look very fun. But here we go. We got the Continental Classic happening. Friendly reminder, 20-minute time limit. If you win, you get 3 points. Obviously, if you lose, you get no points. If it ends in a draw, you get 1 point. And everybody is banned from ringside. But unfortunately, that creep always finds a loophole to do a commentary. Well, at least a lot of people love Jack Perry. Quick kick out. It's going to be interesting because I can't see Okada losing a match. I mean, it's bad enough he lost to Kyle Fletcher. I can't see him. I mean, if he does, I'm going to say this. If he loses, I will say, if he loses tonight, it's going to be a really interesting hurdle on where this goes. Because I do see him and Takeshita somewhere in the finals. And nice move by Jack Perry. Quick kick out. And feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got winning in the Continental Classic in the Gold League. Do you have Jack Perry getting his first 3 wins? Or do you have Okada getting another win? Because he is the reigning Continental Classic champion. Oh my God, Jack Perry, he hit one of the camera people. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it wasn't intentional, but he hit one of the workers. I hope he's okay. And it looks like Jack Perry hit his ankle or his knee, and look, I'm just laughing at Okada's face. He looks like he could be a villain from DC Comics. It looked like he could be like the Joker in a way, because I'm thinking of like the DC universe of like villains. He does resemble being a Joker in real life. Hi, Eddie Foster. Thank you for joining. And yes, congratulations to the Babes of Wrath, the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Got to show some love. Yes, Eddie, I was just talking about the Gold League. You think Kyle Fletcher, for some odd reason, I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like I can't see Okada losing another match because it's bad enough he lost to Kyle Fletcher. I just can't see him losing a match. But that's your pick for the Gold League. You're taking Kyle Fletcher. And actually, that's a really good, solid pick in Kyle Fletcher. And I know he should have won it last year. And also, we're in picture, but the match is still going live. So it looks like Okada has been taking advantage. I would take Jack Perry only because Jack Perry has not lost a match since he's been on. I don't think he's... Well, I mean, the $1 million match, they did lose, but But so far in singles action, since he's been back, he has not lost. But I just can't see Okada losing another match because that's really going to hurt him. And I know they're probably going to set up like Takeshita and Okada meeting in the finals. But I think for that one, because there's so much story to play out, because sooner or later, Takeshita and Okada are going to come to blows. They're going to come to blows. And it would be really hilarious because we know Okada's going to face off against Tanahashi in his final match at the Tokyo Dome. That would be hilarious if Takeshita screwed him in his match. Which, that would be pretty hilarious to watch. And then that could escalate the rivalry a little bit further. But I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, Okada's been taking a lot of advantage in this match. I'm sorry, I'm looking at our chat for WWT and and we're back live. We have Continental Classic, the Gold League match. We have the Gold League where we have Jungle Jack Perry taking on Kazuchika Okada. He is replacing Darby Allin, as I mentioned, due to the injuries he suffered in his match against Kevin Knight. Darby Allin had to withdraw. So this is where Jack Perry is stepping in, and pretty much it's coming to blows. Little bit reminder of the Continental Classic. So pretty much leading the Gold League is Kyle Fletcher with 6 points. I love that they're showing the standings and they have like this reporting. So we know Kyle Fletcher, he's leading with 6 points. We know Okada has 3. Pac has 3. Kevin Knight has 3. And obviously, of course, like, you know, Jack Perry, he has no points. And Speedball Mike Bailey has no points, which later tonight, Speedball Mike Bailey will also be meeting Kyle Fletcher later tonight. So that's going to be a banger. And obviously for the Blue League, Claudio, Konosuke Takeshita lead with 6. John Moxley has 3 points. We found out on Collision this past weekend, Orange Cassidy has 3 points. Moscato Dorada has 3 points in a shocker of a match when he beat Claudio. And the only person that doesn't have points is Roderick Strong. So hopefully Roddy gets some points on the board. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Now I have to see this creep on TV. I got to see that ball creep on TV. Don Callis. It's funny he wasn't in Ohio on Collision last week. Because, what, Ohio's too good for him? Oh, man. I cracked myself up. But here comes Jack Perry. He's being stronger than ever. Sorry, I'm looking on socials because everybody's talking about everyone's talking about the babes of Wrath. Everyone's talking about the babes of Wrath, which I love. It's going to be very interesting. Yes, Dynamite on 31st Street. It's going to be so fun. New York City in the Hammerstein Ballroom. Yeah, I did see Boza. It is trending on socials, which I'm happy to see. And it makes me very, very happy. And I may show my reaction video when we wrap up when we wrap up tonight's watch along, because my reaction was just so fun. I was like, oh my God, so happy to see them. Oh, look, Okada's putting his signature finger. Hopefully Jack Perry doesn't bite the finger like he did last time. Rainmaker, but Jack Perry countered. Drop kick by Okada. Jack Perry like coming in. Drop kick, running drop kick. 1, 2, kick out made by Okada. I get a little nervous. I get very, very nervous around this time. I get very nervous when it's halfway through the matches because I'm hoping it doesn't end in a draw. That's the one thing I'm very nervous. It doesn't end in a draw. And the fans are saying this is awesome. I love hearing it. And that makes a lot of sense. Jurassic Express and Kenny Omega, by the way, have a rivalry with the Don Callis family. Then also you got to throw in Swerve. Well, Swerve's on his own, but he also has issues with the Don Callis family because of what happened to him. I feel like almost everybody has issues. Almost everyone has issues with the Don Callis family. It's like, what? What are we doing? And then Jack Perry, it looked like he did something to Okada because it looked like his pelvic's hurting. 1, 2. I know I picked Okada, but it's kind of hilarious if he does lose. I wouldn't mind seeing him crash out a bit. It would be fun to watch. But Jack Perry has a submission on Okada. Is Okada gonna tap out? And he got his hand on the ropes. So Jack Perry's got a break. And he's got the steel chair, but you can't do it. I hope this doesn't end in a draw. You can't afford to disqualify with the fact that you just joined the Continental Classic. You can't afford to do that. And we also had a situation last year. Juice Robinson was in the match, but apparently he had to withdraw because of his back injury. And that's when Commander came in. Look at Okada. He's setting up for the Rainmaker. Oh, missed a drop kick. Jack Perry. Is Jack Perry going to do it? Okada. Rainmaker. There's the Rainmaker. That was a lethal Rainmaker. 3. And your winner of this match is Kazuchika Okada. And now he has 6 points. Tied with Kyle Fletcher. I just couldn't see Okada losing. But we're looking at the bracket. So Okada and Fletcher lead with 6. Kevin Knight and Pac have 3. And obviously, of course, Jack Perry has no points. But Speedball Mike Bailey doesn't have any points. But we will see him a little bit later on tonight when he faces off against Kyle Fletcher. And oh boy, we see that. Oh Lord, now I have to deal with that creep Don Callis. Oh boy. Oh boy, look at this. We got the rest of the Don Callis family members coming out, and they have that $1 million money they won at Full Gear. But looky. Let's hear what this creep has to say. Oh boy. They're trying to help out Jack Perry? Where's Luchasaurus? Oh boy. Focus and direction? He is Luchasaurus. He just got back as a tag team. He does not need any more people for the Don Callis family. He does not need any more. Exactly, Boza. Him and Luchasaurus are one of the richest tag teams in AEW. They got a lot of money. They already got money. Where's Luchasaurus when you need him? Where is Kenny Omega? Jeez, he really threatened it. 7 of us and 1 of him. Does he know he has a tag team partner? And Kenny Omega? And it's funny, Josh Alexander's in the ring. And he has a match with Swerve Strickland this Saturday. Jack Perry! Jack Perry's trying to take out all the members, but it looks like it's so outnumbered. My God. And look at Takeshita. Takeshita's not even doing anything. He's like sitting right in the corner. Well, here comes Luchasaurus, his tag team partner. And I know Kenny has to come out. I know Jack Perry. And oh, look, it's the Young Bucks. Yippee. They come out. Yay. You know I'm being sarcastic. But in all seriousness, shockingly enough, seeing the Young Bucks come out, I thought at least Kenny would come out. Grab the buddy, stupid. Grab the buddy. I think I may be a little bit behind than some of you guys. Because they did the EVP trigger on Okada. And they got Don Callis, get the buddy. That's what I would do. At least Luchasaurus is like, get the buddy. Just take it. Just take it. Now the fans are saying you effed up. And Don Callis, this is the greatest thing ever. And super kick onto Takeshita. Super kick onto Rocky Romero. Don Callis dodged a bullet. But they got the money, so at least the Young Bucks got the money back. But yay, the Young Bucks. I'm being very sarcastic about this. I'm just being a little sarcastic. But they got the money. I'm surprised Kenny Omega wasn't there tonight. Oh my God, Luchasaurus. Oh, and we see the conglomeration backstage celebrating, and of course we see Roddy as a Grinch. But I'm just so look at Orange Cassidy celebrating. There's Mascara Dorada. And the Timeless Love Bombs backstage. I'm just laughing at Roddy in the corner. Poor Roddy. Roddy's like that guy. He's like that. Roddy's like that. Exactly. He's like that annoying supporting character where he's like, I don't like it. But deep down, he does enjoy being with the conglomeration. And of course, we did see what happened with Mercedes Moné last week at Ring of Honor Final Battle, where Red Velvet is the new Ring of Honor Undisputed Women's Television Champion. And we did see Mercedes this past weekend against Layla Gray for the TBS title. I will say Layla Gray did put on a showing, and I love that she is getting a lot more confidence since being with Christopher Daniels. I do like Mercedes is being a lot more ruthless. And finally, she acknowledged on TV that she is the longest and greatest rated TBS champion. I love it. Finally, there is some acknowledgement. I kind of like this crash out. I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of like the crash out, and it does see a different side of Mercedes. It does see a different side of her, and she's putting a lot of development in her character. So lots of development there, and we shall see. Because she's gonna get the AEW Women's title. She's gonna get it. So I know. But I mean, she finally acknowledged it. Because I felt like, even though she was collecting all these belts, the TBS title was just like an afterthought. It's like an afterthought. But now we're on commercial anyways. But we're going to hear from Mark Briscoe next and his remarks as TNT champion. But you know what else that you can also follow and support? the Women's Wrestling Archive, where you can support all the things of the history of women's wrestling.
Women's wrestling didn't just show up yesterday in glitter boots. We've been here the entire time, body slamming through history.
The Women's Wrestling Archive launches January 1st, 2026, and it's going to pave the way for all women's wrestling.
Because if we don't document it, a man might say he did it first.
This has been a passion project for a very long time. Head over to the womenswrestlingarchive.com to donate 1, 5, or whatever you can. It all goes a long way.
Let's give these women the spotlight that they've always deserved.
Her story belongs in history. Help us preserve it today. Join us at womenswrestlingarchive.com. Support the archive. Support women's wrestling. Donate today.
Make sure to support the Women's Wrestling Archive. Sorry, I'm just laughing to myself. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, but she'll be fine. And yes. Hi, Roberto C for Life. Yes, the Women's Wrestling Talk. We are building a Women's Wrestling Archive in 2026 because there's so much history. A lot of people won't even know the history of women's wrestling. And there is so much to uncover. Doesn't matter if it's in the majors, independent, or whatever. And thank you, Boza, for that. She is preparing for Rev Pro this weekend against Rio, the ICW Women's World Championship. So it's going to be very interesting. And I have seen that name pop up in independent scene. And thank you for letting us know that Ricochet will be there on Sunday when he defends his newly AEW National Championship. Oh, we're going to hear from Eddie Kingston. Also, shout out to him having the DMX shirt. Rest in peace to DMX. Oh, today is the 50th anniversary of Terry Funk winning the world title. Love that. Eddie put out some facts in there. Yeah, 0-2. Yeah, Eddie's going to get ready. That's going to be a banger of a match. And we see Tony Schiavone in the ring because he is awaiting the newly crowned TNT champion in Mark Briscoe. I just love that everybody was celebrating backstage. We saw the conglomeration. Even Orange Cassidy was in on the fun. Usually he's the kind of person that lays back, but I just love that he was still celebrating. And Roderick Strong in the corner, all upset. I think deep down he was happy. I mean, I know he did suffer a major loss on Collision this past weekend, but I'm hoping at least Roddy gets 3 points on the board in the Blue League. I'm just saying, I'm hoping Roddy does get some points, but it's just nice. He's like that person in actuality that doesn't want to be there, but he actually wants to be there. And also we did see Mascara Dorada backstage with his hype man. And we saw the Timeless Love Bombs backstage. Conglomeration all around. But we're going to hear from the newly crowned TNT champion, Mark Briscoe. I hope they don't butcher Mark's reign as TNT champion. I really want him to have a good, solid reign. And I was there. I was there, full gear. Mark, I think he has some blackness in him. I would not be shocked. And he's from Delaware, by the way, too. The first state of Delaware. Who's that? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That little runt Wheeler Yuta. That little runt. We see Wheeler Yuta, Daniel Garcia, and Marina Shafir. Shockingly enough, well, I know Pac, he's still with the, I know Pac and Claudio, they're dealing with the Continental Classic. They say F you, Yuta. Man, they don't like Wheeler Yuta. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Mark Briscoe, really, as he would say, he wants an ass whooping. That's what he said. He said, make your move. Is he really going to hurt Mark Briscoe? Hey. You better hold him back. He's lucky. He's like, Daniel Garcia is lucky. He's lucky. Daniel Garcia is very lucky that Daddy Magic wasn't there. I mean, I wouldn't mess with Mark Briscoe if he slapped me. But I do think it does lead up to like the conglomeration and the Death Riders a bit. Because I feel like, I know Darby can't do it by himself, but it's just crazy. It's been a year since the conglomeration was formed. And they're technically the only stable that really has been together and stepped up to the plate with the Death Riders. Oh, man. So we see a little bit of a situation happening with the Sisters of Sin beating up on some of the ladies in the roster, because we saw that happen on Collision. Ooh, we see Stat Daddy. I actually want to see that match, Tekla versus Chris Statlander, because that, I mean, if you give it the right, ooh, she hit Sky Blue with that steel chair. Look at Chris Statlander. Oof, You don't want to mess with her. Well, in the words of Tony Storm, Chris Statlander, what a woman. She's a woman of many things. She is a woman of many things, but it does get them ready for their match. Chris Statlander, Jamie Hayter taking on the Sisters of Sin because woo! Yeah, exactly. I'm really happy it was earlier. And then you also have to understand, it's also, I love that it's at 4:30 p.m. coast to coast, and also with the fact too they're in Wales in the UK, so I think during that time it's probably like nighttime already over there. So I'm happy they are putting it at 4:30, and I love that. So Los Desperados. I'm trying to think, Boza, when did Swerve name that? Because I was watching Collision and I might have missed it. But we got a Tornado tag team match happening, and oh looky, we got some of the Opps goon squads with Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like this heel turn of Shibata because it does bring a lot to his character. Okay, all right, Boza. I have to go back and see it, but yeah, we have the Los Desperados. We have the unusual tag team of Hangman. There's the cowboy. There is the vengeful, raging cowboy. And also, by the way, too, I mentioned this earlier on WWT. Swerve Strickland's new theme song is finally available to listen to. So it's on Spotify, it's on wherever you get your music streaming wise. It's out. So make sure you listen to it. And there's Prince Nana. He calls himself the franchise player. I love that Prince Nana has his own dance to this, which I love. But look at Swerve. And look at security. Security's helping out Swerve accompany it. I love that. But yeah, here comes Swerve with the chain on. I love that Nana is creating his own dance to this. Because at first I didn't understand it, but I love it. Here he comes. Oh god, and they got like the goon squad. Do you have they learn their lesson? I meant earlier because it was AEW security that was helping Swerve to the ring, but yeah, that's the Opps dojo. I think I was talking about security a little bit earlier because they were accompanying Swerve because you saw some of the fans that were right there, but Swerve taking out some of the little goon squads, the Opps dojo. Oh, and yeah, Swerve is a staple gun. No, it's okay, Boza. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good here. He got that staple gun. You get a staple. You get a staple. So, but yeah, this is a Tornado tag team match. Anything goes. We have Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs taking on the unusual team. The unusual team. I mean, they call themselves Los Desperados, but the unusual team of Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy with this Texas Tornado match. They're going all around a little bit in the ring. Yeah, Swerve is choking out to bottom with the chain. Hangman, they were over like where the alcohol is. My god. Oh, okay. So now I know the bell hasn't rung yet. Powerhouse I'm hitting. Oh man. Just be right in the alcohol. And there's cheesecake. Well, Dylan, I know, to be fair, it is a new theme song. You just have to get used to it. Maybe he just needs to figure out a new choreography on how to fit the dance. But I think when people first heard it, they didn't like it. But then when I listened to it many times, and also with the fact too on who he wrote it with, that changes a little bit. But I think, Nana just has to be creative. And I think you just have to get used to it in a couple weeks because it just came out last month during Full Gear. So it's not going to be everybody's taste, but hopefully in the next month or so, and probably around 2026, people will finally get into the flow of it, and Nana will get into that holy spirit of it. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of chaos in this Texas Tornado match. But they're telling everybody to get back in the ring because it hasn't officially started yet. But yeah, we see a lot of people, but it looks like, I mean, sooner or later, everybody has to get back in the ring. But, oh, I'm sorry. Feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got winning this match. Do you have Hobbs and Shibata winning? Or do you have Swerve and Hangman winning this Texas Tornado match? And also, don't be shocked if Hook comes in, because this is no disqualifications. So, yeah, it's very interesting. But it's one of those things you just have to. But after this, we got 2 more matches left on the card, folks. We have the second Continental Classic match in the Gold League. We have Kyle Fletcher taking on Speedball Mike Bailey. And will Kyle Fletcher extend his league to 9 points, or will Speedball Mike Bailey finally get his first win over Kyle Fletcher? And obviously, of course, we have the AEW World Title, Samoa Joe taking on Eddie Kingston. And I did like when he was interviewing Renee, I did love the tribute to DMX because he had the shirt on. I love that. Oh, yes, Boza. We will see that creep Don Callis back on commentary with Kyle Fletcher. His meal ticket, his golden egg meal ticket, he would say. But yeah, it's one of those things. I'm looking at this match because it's in picture and I'm watching this on TBS. So it looks like finally they made their way back to the ring. Both teams made their back to the ring. We're just waiting for the bell to finally ring where we can make it official. But we're back live with AEW Dynamite, and we see, obviously, yes, it's official, folks. And we do see Prince Nana in the corner. Adam Page getting a steel chair. Oh, so they said, so Excalibur said the bell has not officially rung. What's going on? Well, that's kind of really sucks. You can't use toys even though it's a tornado tag match. Like, come on now. That's kind of crazy. Oh boy, that's very interesting. But okay, I mean, it's gonna be a good match. You just don't want to make a cowboy angry. And it's hard to believe we're at 9:12 and we're almost close to the last 30 minutes of AEW Dynamite. Where has the time gone? Winter is coming. It's being very crazy, but like I said, we have 2 more matches left. You can hear the fans' reaction to Swerve. I mean, they're in Hotlanta, so obviously they got to show some love to Swerve. It's in Hotlanta. I wouldn't see why not. I'm like I said, I'm so laughing at this heel turn of Hobbs and Shibata. It's just really funny to watch. I will say it's pretty hilarious. Oh man, I'm just looking on because I have my socials up. I'm just very curious. Well, at least Swerve came in. Like I said, feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got. And oh, both of them went outside the ring. Hangman and Swerve. Hangman, they both brought them back at the same time. Oh, here comes Swerve. He's doing the gritty. He's doing the gritty, trying to get the energy of the fans. I will say, I mean, hey, when you rehab and take a lot of time in the gym, he does look jacked, by the way. And here comes Powerhouse Hobbs taking him out the ring. Oh, I thought it was a buckshot. Ooh, a low blow. It looks like Shibata's trying to put a submission hold. So we're the stomp right there on the Shibata. Prince Nana trying to get Swerve on his feet. He's trying to get the fans on his feet. That's what makes him a good manager. And that's one of the things I actually am happy AEW is emphasizing. They are bringing some good managers. Like obviously with Prince Nana. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, even with that creep Don Callis. Because even though I call him a creep, I call him a jerk, I call him many things, he has brought back the term manager. Like it or not. Sorry, I have to photo screen this because this is too funny. Uh-oh. They're staring at each other. But guys, you guys are in a tag team match. I mean, I know. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. I will say they had one of the best stories. Look at Hobbs talking trash, but they're on the same page because they got the same enemy. And what are they doing? What are they doing? They drilled him through a table. Well, can't do that. Buckshot Larry onto Shibata. House call? Has to be a house call for this. House call. That has to be it. 3. Oh my goodness. Well, the unexpected team of Swerve, Strickland and Hangman at a Page, known as Los Desperados, they got the victory. They won the match, but they did not win the war. And look at Jox Alexander. He's looking backstage and Yep, friendly reminder, this Saturday when Winter is coming, Josh Alexander will be going one-on-one with Swerve Strickland this Saturday on Collision. And also, as I said, his new theme song is streaming now on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your music streaming. It is out today. So make sure to put that on your playlist. Make sure you listen to it. Everything else. Oh, Lord, I got to deal with this creep. So I didn't catch that because I'm pretty sure he's referencing either the Young Bucks or Jurassic Express, but it looks like it's going to be a 3-on-3 on Collision. So 3 members from the Don Callis family, and I forgot who it was. It might have been either towards the Young Bucks or Jurassic Express or Jack Perry or somebody, but yeah. Oh, okay. So that makes a lot more sense. So basically, wants the Young Bucks to find a partner for Manchester. Oh God, $1 million match. Well, I think I know who the Young Bucks partner is, and I feel like it's the worst kept secret in the world. I do think it's going to be Kenny Omega, but if it's not Kenny, because you also have to remember, the Young Bucks are familiar with New Japan. So I would not be shocked if they did grab somebody from New Japan to help out with the tag team match. If it's not Kenny. Because I know Kenny, he's been recovering from the serious injury that he had. So that's what I'm thinking. If it's not Kenny Omega, I could see the Young Bucks grabbing somebody from New Japan. But it would be kind of funny if they did grab Tanahashi. Because technically, Tanahashi is in his retirement run. Because his final match will be against Okada next month at the Tokyo Dome during Wrestle Kingdom weekend. So it'll be very interesting to see. And like I said, make sure AEW Collision this weekend will be on at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, coast to coast. So it'll be a little bit of a warm-up before we get into John Cena's final hoorah of Saturday night's main event. So it's definitely going to be something, especially with John, because I know Friday we'll be talking about him along on Saturday night's main event. But it's kind of crazy how WWE is milking all this, because we did hear from a lot of people who were impacted by John Cena, because John Cena was a top guy. He was crossing over to mainstream. He did movies. He's at Saturday Night Live. He was on TV spots. Like he was the face that got people into wrestling. Thankfully for me, I was very happy to see the beginning of John's career, because that was when I started getting into wrestling, was 2002. And obviously, of course, you had the SmackDown 6, you had John, you had Brock, you had Undertaker. You had many people on the SmackDown rosters that were elevated to next level. And we'll talk about John later, but we got that weasel. Oh boy. That's why that man ain't got no hose.
Next week on Dynamite, Manchester, England, one of the biggest shows of the year. You will finally get that opportunity that you've been yearning, you've been begging for, because you will get a shot at the AEW World Tag Team Championships. And when FTR beats you, they're going to cure you of that addiction. So, bang, 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 when you walk through customs at the end of Dynamite, you won't be able to declare those championships, but you will be able to declare that you're going to be at the back of the line and the back of the tag team division where you truly believe. Top guys out.
Well, we got to hear from that little weasel, because next week in Manchester, for their holiday bash, it will be for the AEW World Tag Team titles. FTR taking on Juice Robinson and Austin Gunn. As I mentioned, it's very hilarious that Cash referred to Juice Robinson as Mr. Tony Storm, because if you did not know, they are married in real life. So I just find it really hilarious. Somebody called him Mr. Tony Storm. Boza, 3 hours of holiday. Ooh, I have to take a look at programming for next week. I gotta take a look at that. But we do have our second Continental Classic match happening in the Gold League. Speedball Mike Bailey taking on Kyle Fletcher. As you know, Kyle Fletcher, Okada are leading. And Renee, of course, giving her update at ringside about Kyle Fletcher. Hi, Hassan. HT Gamer, happy holidays to you. It's going to be fun. And just to let you know, next week, it's crazy. It's kind of crazy these next couple weeks for AEW, especially these watch-alongs. I feel like almost the last couple weeks have a theme. Tonight, of course, winter is coming. Next week, we got the Holiday Bash. Then after that, Miracle at 31 Street. And then New Year's Smash. Oh, my. I will say, you will be getting a watch-along for World's End. You will be getting a watch-along for Holiday Bash next week. I'm still working on trying to go to New York City for Miracle on 31st Street. So I'm very excited to go to that. New Year's, I'm still finicking about that. But you will be getting a watch-along next week for Holiday Bash. And you'll be getting a watch-along for World's End. But here we go. It's kind of crazy. This is an international match in a way, because Speedball is from Canada. Kyle Fletcher is from Australia. So this is kind of an international match in a way. The Aussie against the Canadian boy. But it's definitely going to be a hard-hitting match between these two. And don't underestimate Speedball's legs.
So of course, we saw this earlier. They're showing the standings from the Continental Classic in the Gold League and the Blue League. We now know Kyle Fletcher and Kazuchika Okada have 6 points. Kevin Knight, Pack have 3 points. And Speedball doesn't have any points. Same thing with Speedball. But obviously, of course, for the Blue League, we have Claudio and Takeshiko leading with 6. We have John Moxley, Orange Cassidy, Mascara Dorada, all have 3 points. Roddy Strong does not have any points. So hopefully Roddy does get a win. I would like for him to at least get 3 points on the board. But feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got. Do you guys got Speedball Mike Bailey? Or do you have Kyle Fletcher? Well, Bosa, here's the thing. Because I know we do have our end of year show this weekend. And I'm trying to think the last date of our show before we go on winter break. Because I know we're going to be doing a winter break. The same way we did last year. Because we did block some dates for holidays. I just have to see when the last day for WWT Live is. But I think even though I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I'm looking at Kyle Fletcher because Kyle Fletcher is just like doing all these heel tactics that make sense. And I can't believe it's 9:30. We're almost at the end of winter is coming. But just a friendly reminder with the rules regarding the Continental Classic. It's a 20-minute time limit. If you win, you get 3 points. If you lose, obviously, you don't get no points. If it ends in a draw, you get 1 point. I just hope. I don't want this match to end in a draw, but I have a feeling throughout this whole Continental Classic, there's going to be probably one match that's going to have a draw. I'm making a bold prediction. There's going to be one match in a draw. Well, and also, Boza, I could not skip on the final AEW pay-per-view of 2020. Look at Kyle Fletcher's face. That needs to be a meme right there. Don't underestimate Speedball Mike Bailey with his legs of steel. Oh, nice, Hassan HD Gamer. That's nice. I'm happy. I know a lot of people are definitely going to be doing a watch along for John's final farewell on Saturday night's main event this weekend. And we'll all be talking about John tonight. Well, we did talk about WWT Live earlier today. We will talk about it on Friday. And then Saturday. It's hard to believe we're just at the ropes. And also, the good news is, Bosa, and the good news is for me, I don't have to listen to that creep Don Callis. And good, he needs to stay in the back for all I care. I'm happy I don't have to listen to Don Callis on commentary. Oof. Speedball Mike Bailey is bringing all those kicks. My God. Oh my God, look at this. Ooh, nice move by Speedball. I don't know how he wrestles barefoot. I give kudos to him for doing that. But the fans are going for Speedball.
heard you, Brian. Mike Bailey looking to press the attack with Fletcher. Trying to create some distance. Between himself and the aggressor. Not bad. You know, you get some time on the outside.
Oh man, nasty kick by Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher on the barricade. I'm looking at Cheesecake. What's Speedball doing? Kyle Fletcher has one of his feet. Well, his ankle. What's Kyle Fletcher doing? Oh my god! Oh man. That was crazy. That look on Speedball's face says it all. Oh my god. Yeah, the crowd is going nuts. And we are in picture. I'm watching this on TBS. Crazy enough, they showed the commercials of the college football playoff first round, December 19th and 20th. My team, Texas A&M, they're ranked number 7, but we have to face off against the University of Miami on December 20th. So it's going to be an interesting road to the big dance. But I'm proud of everything that Texas A&M has done this past season. It makes me happy to see. Makes me very, very happy. Oh my goodness. I usually try to look on anything social in between to see what has happened. Because I'm sure it's probably blowing up on socials. Oh, look at this. I love that they're showing the backstage. I think I am going to do a reaction video later tonight. Oh my god. I'm just like, sorry, I'm just so happy. It's woo. Kicked off with the AEW. No, I'm looking at what Fightful posted, and this is from the commentary on Bryan Danielson did on Swerve and Hangman Tag Team. He quoted, "It's clear winter is coming when hell already seems to have frozen over." And that is true, by the way, because you would have never expected them to tag team, especially in the matches they have. Sorry, I'm just so. Sorry, I'm just like looking through on socials, but we are back live. Oh my goodness, I could see like the welts and red spot on Speedball's back after taking that nasty hit. They're showing the replay again. I do not want to see the replay of that. That was hard to watch, but we're back live. We have our second Continental Classic match. Speedball Mike Bailey taking on Kyle Fletcher in the Gold League. But like I said, feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got. You guys got either Speedball Mike Bailey or Kyle Fletcher. Oh my goodness. I feel like they're really saying this is awesome. They are very saying this is awesome. Oh my goodness. I know they're showing. Oh, sorry. It's been a long day for me. Yeah, they are showing his back. It's been a good match so far. I will say this has been a very nice Hurricanrana by Speedball. Will Speedball get his first 3 points? Because he's the only, next to Jack Perry, he's the only person that hasn't had. And this would be huge. Oh my goodness. And it looked like his face got destroyed. Oof. Turnbuckle on the face. He's moving. Kyle Fletcher's moving with authority. Kick out made by Speedball. Oh my goodness, both men are down. Hi, Frederick Cole. Thank you for joining on Timeless Elite Wednesday. Winter is coming with your PR princess, the Timeless Elite Ice Queen. I am the Ice Queen this week, here to spread some love and powering through a chill cold breeze in hot Atlanta. Yep, Red World Time. It'll be the semifinals and championship finals on the pay-per-view, obviously, of course. So, and also we'll find out on Collision this weekend what other matches will be there for the Continental Classic. Ooh, Frederick. Yeah, winter is here in Canada. I can imagine because it's cold. Pretty sure there's going to be snow, but yeah, even in the East Coast, we're experiencing a lot of coldness. Chop made by Kyle Fletcher. Look at Speedball. Oh man, chop onto Kyle Fletcher. You don't want to mess with no Canadian. Who can chop the hardest? I think they were both thinking the same route. Kicks. Oh my goodness. Ooh. 2? Oh, I really thought Speedball was going to get it. 5-minute warning. Thank you, Boza, for that. 5-minute warning. And I made a bold prediction, too. There's going to be one match ending in a draw. I just hope it's not this one. Just get a clear finish. Oh, man. He's carrying him like a rag doll. Ooh, that was a nice move by Speedball. Oh, I really thought Speedball got the win. Come on, Speedball. You got it. I'm laughing at Brian Danielson with his commentary. That has to be it. Kick out by Kyle Fletcher. Oh, Lord. I just hope we don't get a draw here. Oh, my goodness. Frederick Cole, 20 of snow in 24 hours. That's crazy. That has to be it. That's got to be it. 2. Kick out by Kyle Fletcher. I really thought Speedball got the win. You took the words out of my mouth, Brian Danielson. Speedball's gonna have to pretty much take every inch of liveliness in him. Ooh, nice kick by Speedball. Kick. Oh my god, that has to be it. That has to be it. Oh, kick out by Kyle. He can't resist. I know. You would think we would at least have a match with no draws. And the fans in Atlanta are on their feet. If I had to pick a match for the night outside of the women's tag team match, because it was a really good match, I will say that Kyle Fletcher and Speedball is sleeper match of the night. It is definitely a sleeper match. Oh my god. Ah! Kyle Fletcher. Yeah, I don't think that. Aussie, he needs to call it the Aussie Brain Buster. That's what he needs to call it. Kick out by Speedball by Bailey! Oh my god! These guys are going at it. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is sleeper match of the night. I would say that tag team match was the best match, but I think this is gonna be sleeper match of the night. And we have one more match after this. 2! Kick out by Fletcher. Let's see Mike Bailey. Wait, it's 5 minutes. 1 minute remaining by Jason Roberts. 1 minute. 3! Speedball Mike Bailey got his first 3 points. He beat up Fletcher. That was a match. I would say the match of the night goes to the ladies, but this is sleeper match of the night right there. He got his 3 wins. Woo! Speedball Mike Bailey got his first 3 wins. I know, 50 seconds, but hey, the look on Kyle Fletcher's face says it all. And here comes his tag team partner, Kevin Knight. All right, so with the exception of Jack Perry, almost everybody has points on the board. So, of course, Okada and Fletcher leave at 6 points. Kevin Knight, Pac, and now Speedball have 3 points. But yeah, the only person, well, obviously, of course, he came in tonight. Jack Perry's the only one that doesn't have points on the board, but I think Jack will get his points sooner. But hey, congratulations to Speedball Mike Bailey. I'll finally get 3 points. Oh, and we see Hangman with Renee Paquette. Well, Hangman Adam Page has spoken. It doesn't matter if it's Joe or it doesn't matter if it's Eddie Kingston. At World's End, he's coming for whoever is the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And our main event is next. it's going to be interesting how the AEW world title picture is going to look between now and Wembley next year, because obviously, of course, Swerve wants the belt, Hangman wants the belt. Then you got to throw in MJF because he may be returning at World's End and he wants his beloved Triple B. And then also, you got to throw in Will Ospreay because his timeline for return is next year. And you have to think between now and Wembley Stadium on what's it going to look like. Because I do have a feeling it's going to involve, well, Samoa Joe, I would think. Samoa Joe, but also Hangman, Swerve, Will Ospreay. Oh my. The road to Wembley is going to be very interesting. And also, if I was in that creative room, it would be very interesting on how to do it, because you don't want to make it too crowded, because I know people want Darby Allin to be champion. I would love to see Orange Cassidy be champion. Like, he should have been champion in the pandemic, but what can you do? But I still hold hope. I still hold hope that Orange Cassidy will be AEW World Champion. It's just they got to get through these story archives with Joe, Hangman, Swerve, Ospreay, and MJF. They got to get through all that. And hopefully Cassidy does have an opportunity to do that. Same thing with Eddie Kingston. I would love for Eddie Kingston to at least still remaining in it, but I'm sure he's going to be feuding with Hook somewhere down the line. Yes, Boza, thank you. But yes, I'm really grateful for all of you being here with me on a Wednesday for a special edition of Timeless Elite Wednesdays, the winter is coming edition. I'm very happy to be with all of you. I'm not going to do a post show because you already saw all my reactions throughout the whole night, but it will be very interesting to see how this looks up. And just a reminder, Collision this Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, right before we get into Saturday's main event. It's just another busy, productive, fun-filled week of wrestling. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And also, and I'm gonna do this before I forget. Stacy Keebler is on social. Oh, I gotta hear from the Young Bucks. I have to listen what they have to say. Oh, Luchasaurus. I thought it was Kenny, but it's Luchasaurus. Oh, he's putting a Kenny. They have to talk to Kenny. It doesn't matter what week we're in Dynamite. They cheer for Kenny. Is Kenny going to say yes? He said he'll do it for free. Night. Bang. Oh my God. So now we know Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks will be facing off against the Don Callis family for $1 million. Kenny is Kenny. But now we have our main event, the AEW World Heavyweight title. We got the Mad King, Eddie Kingston, against Samoa Joe. I will say, and I didn't even notice this too. Eddie Kingston lost a lot of weight, which actually that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing because it looks like he did slim down a bit, and he looks good. Look, Eddie's Eddie, so you can't go wrong with a guy like Eddie. Can't go wrong with the man from Queens. I just can't believe, because he did say he's 0-2 in titles, but it's kind of crazy. This is one of the few times he has an opportunity for the AEW World Heavyweight title. Oh, but looky who's accompanying Samoa Joe. And I did say it earlier to watch out because Hook may get involved. Oh, man. This is going to be interesting. Why do I smell that shenanigans is going to happen? And for some odd reason, even though Hangman is cashing in at World's End, his rematch, why do I feel like it's going to end in shenanigans? And then Eddie's going to have to get involved with it somehow. That's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, Boza, exactly. Now for returning, MJF. I mean, MJF has to return. And the crazy part about it is when they did the first World's End 2 years ago, who beat MJF for the AEW World Heavyweight title? Samoa Joe. And MJF hasn't got his lick back. So that's another thing you got to finish. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have our main event happening tonight. Eddie Kingston, Samoa Joe, and shockingly enough, we have Hook in the corner because God knows there's going to be a lot of shenanigans in this match. And Hangman Adam Page is watching backstage. Have the fans cheer for Eddie. Oh, get out of here. Yeah, like Hook needs to get out of here. Goodbye. Goodbye. Well, you should have never stuck your nose where it doesn't belong. "60-minute time limit, folks." Yeah, Eddie Foster, isn't that what I just said that earlier too, that he did drop some weight. Because obviously, of course, he did recover from a gruesome injury that took him out for a little over a year. So he's had slimmed down. He looks good. Oof, look at Eddie. Look at Samoa Joe. He's just punching away at Eddie. Eddie's just like, I'm just going to get up and going to fight. I'm like... Boza, you're right. I believe it's going to be at Holiday Bash next week. They're going to do the Battle Royal for the Diamond Dozen Ring. And I believe if MJF does not make an appearance either tonight or Saturday, I could see him returning next week. And pretty much wanting his beloved, as he would call it, Triple B. Eddie Kingston showing some offense here. All right, here we go. So, and I do like they're showing the commercial for Collision. I'm watching this on Picture in Picture on TBS, but Eddie is showing some offense to Samoa Joe. And before, if I log off, I do want to thank everybody for being with me on Timeless Elite Wednesday. I was thinking about at first I wasn't doing a post show, but I think I may do a quick post show. I don't know. I'm still on the fence because it's been a long day, but I think you saw my reactions on what I was saying. But I may do like a quick post show. Obviously, sleeper match of the night for me was Speedball. Speedball and Kyle Fletcher just tore that down. Obviously, the match of the night for me was the AEW Women's Tag Team title match. I enjoyed that match. It was so good. Very happy to see. Also, I'm very happy to see Mark Briscoe back on. I'm very happy to see Mark Briscoe doing a promo, and he slapped the crap out of Daniel Garcia. And it does lead into getting people ready for their match this weekend on Collision. And then, of course, continuing the Continental Classic, Jack Perry and Okada. And obviously, of course, we had to deal with that creep Don Callis. But yeah, next week in Manchester, we're going to have a trios match. 3 members of the Don Callis family taking on the newly reformed and refreshed Elite, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Winner gets the $1 million. So a lot of money on the line. Lots of money. And then also we did find out next week from that Weasel Stokely, it'll be Juice Robinson and Austin Gunn taking on FTR next week for the AEW World Tag Team titles. Sooner or later, depending on what's happening, soon enough, what was I going to say? Yeah, next week. But soon enough, Agent Christian's supposed to be coming back soon. So we shall see. We shall see. Well, like I said, it's going to be very interesting with tag team match. I mean, obviously, of course, Edge and Christian are coming back. Sorry, I'm laughing at the conglomeration. The celebration. Ronnie's like in the corner. And well, Roger, that is hilarious. I'm just laughing at Ronnie. He's just like in the corner. Oh man, that is hilarious. Okay, so we're back live with our main event for the AEW World Heavyweight title. Eddie Kingston taking on Samoa Joe. We did see Eddie showing some offense, but it looked like Samoa Joe showing some kicks in there. Oh, thank you for letting me know, Bozo. So this Saturday, this should be a good one. In the Blue League, I think you meant Takeshita. It's gonna be Claudio taking on Konosuke Takeshita in the Blue League. Okada's in the Gold League, and obviously, of course, Swerve Strickland taking on Josh Alexander. Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayter taking on the Sisters of Sin. That's okay, Boza. It's okay. I know you meant Takeshita. And obviously the TNT Championship, Mark Briscoe and Daniel Garcia. And I'm sure we'll probably have another additional match happening between now and Friday that'll be added to the card. But it's shaping up to be a good, solid card in Wales over across the pond in the UK. Gonna drink some tea and enjoy Christmas time in good old jolly United Kingdom. Look at Eddie's face. Eddie's face said it all. Yeah, Brian Daniels said it best. Eddie Kingston's in there with a giant and loaded tank. Oh, man. I love the fans root for Eddie. So this is their last commercial break. No more commercial breaks after this. It's just pretty much this whole match. Look at Eddie. Eddie's putting on those chops. He's still going. Oh my goodness. That was a crazy one. Kick out by Eddie. I think I know why they made this match the main event, only because it did have to follow up with the tornado tag match between Swerve and Hangman taking on Hobbs and Shibata. Well, somewhat in a way. Look at Eddie. Eddie doesn't know the word quit. Eddie, look, you don't underestimate Eddie Kingston for nothing. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty dope suplex. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, Eddie, he almost botched it. The fans are chanting for Eddie. Yeah, because I might see Eddie Kingston be an AEW World Champion one day. Oof. Samoa Joe has a submission hold locked in, but look, Eddie Kingston biting Samoa Joe's finger. Oh my god, that is funny. DDT. Look at Eddie. Oh, like a headbutt. Ooh, that was a nice move by Eddie. Oh, Samoa Joe, he has a submission hold. Is Eddie gonna tap? I can't see Eddie tapping into this. I can see him suffocating him. I can't see Eddie tap into this. I mean, he could be dazed. Oh man, Eddie's dazed. He has to tap out to that. But your winner, and still AEW World Heavyweight Champion Samoa Joe. It was a very good, solid match. It didn't make Eddie look weak, because I'm pretty sure somewhere down the line we could see Eddie. They could run it back again. But yeah. Ugh. That is so hard to do. It's so hard because either when you see Samoa Joe or John Moxley put a submission hold on you, it's like, wow. And Boza, next week you got your wish. Next week you get to spend 3 hours of Holiday Bash with me. So next week it'll be Okada, Takeshita, and Hechicero taking on the newly formed Elite. We now know the AEW World Tag Team titles will be on the line next week. So those are the two matches. And also the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal is next week. Oh, I know Eddie's very disappointed. Oh, I know Eddie is very disappointed, but it's okay. But Boza, yes, it'll be 3 hours. Oh my goodness, we're going to have a holiday bash next week. My God, but this pretty much concludes AEW Dynamite. Winter is coming, and woo! I think MJF may make a return next week. It's going to be very interesting because he's had that ring for God knows how long. Yeah, it was I will say, this was a very good, solid episode AE Dynamite did. He kicked it off with the ladies. Then we had the Continental Classic matches for me, Kyle Fletcher, and Speedball, sleeper match of the night. That was definitely a banger, but also a sleeper match for me. Also, we did have Hangman and Swerve, the unlikely duo, taking on Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs. That was a fun match to watch in Hotlanta. Also, we ended it with Eddie Kingston and Eddie Kingston and Samoa Joe. Joe retained, but Hangman Adam Page is putting his rematch clause at World's End. So it's going to be a very interesting story develop here. I don't know what's going to happen with what, but we shall see. I'm going to give this episode of Dynamite a 9.5 out of 10. Very good, solid episode all around. I'm so proud to see that. And yeah, next week we got a holiday bash for 3 hours. So you get to spend Christmas early with me. Get your ugly Christmas sweater, your hot cocoa, your Christmas cookies, because you get to spend early the holidays with me. Friendly reminder, this Saturday, AEW Collision will be on at 4:30 Eastern Time. So it'll be on coast to coast. So everybody will get to see it right before getting into Saturday night's main event. So you don't want to miss that. Thank you all for joining with me on this special edition of Timeless Elite Wednesday. I'm very happy to be with all of you. Your PR princess, your Timeless Elite, Stone Cold Courtney, whatever you want to call me. I'm just happy to be with all of you tonight, and definitely giving a shout out to everybody that came in. Eddie Foster, Boza, our producer from the future, Dylan popped in, Aaron Teagle. We did get an appearance from, Hassan HT Gamer. So do want to thank everyone for joining with me. And this has been fun. You know where to find me on my socials. I'm always chirping sporadically on WWT Live as I can. I will be in on Friday because we will be doing bold predictions for Saturday night's main event. So can't miss that. Can't miss a Friday edition of that. But also, of course, just make sure to support everybody from WWT. Our boss lady, TK, Bonner, Honey, Will, said, even though he wants to take over Wednesdays, but it's not going to happen. Kane, Jacob, Christina, everybody in WWT, make sure to support all of us on our socials because we are all doing amazing things. Make sure to check out my siblings, the Kayfabe podcast tomorrow, because they are back after a brief vacation. So make sure to check out with them because they have a lot to cover in the world of wrestling. So make sure to do with that. And yeah, feel free to follow me on my socials. I got a lot of content happening. I will be posting a reaction video of the AEW Women's Tag Team titles later tonight. So thank you to all of you for joining with me and supporting Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. Have a great evening, and I will see you on Friday.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.